Oh,
God damn.
pretty epic ending, actually.
Dude, that was tense as hell. That was cool.
Holy shit. All right, so we just wrapped up the film. The big thing that stuck out to me is that it was the pacing. It was paced very well. It was like fast, but then it would have like the important scenes that would like slow down at, and those scenes were always like really intense.
I, yeah, I actually, towards the end, it started losing me a little bit. The film was an hour 46.
Yeah,
It
it
kind
was
of
like an hour
felt,
42.
it felt pretty fucking long.
I was gonna touch on the acting. I thought the acting was very well from the two main characters, especially J.K. Simmons' character.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons, there is some really intense scenes. Like the
J.K.
first,
Simmons' character was great.
yeah, during the practice with, and what's the kid's name? The
Andrew.
actor? What's the actor's
Yeah,
name?
Miles Teller.
Yeah, what else is he in?
He was in Fantastic Four, the really garbage one. I think he
The
was
really
the
bad one.
Flame On
I
guy
was
or
gonna
some
say he
shit.
looks familiar.
No, he was Mr. Fantastic. He's also in I'm looking it up. War Dogs.
Don't know what that is.
Um I don't know any, to be honest. Top Gun
Okay.
Maverick
So
that comes
apparently
out.
then I just recognized him from Fantastic Four. He plays a pretty typical nerd.
Yeah, he kind of just played a I don't want to say a loser.
He did play a loser though. And
Yeah.
one thing I kind of forgot about in the beginning, there's like those scenes where he's sitting in his original teacher's room and it like zooms in on the guy like brushing his girlfriend's hair. Did you remember that?
Yeah, in the very start.
Was that supposed to symbolize that he's lonely or something?
No
His own
friend.
family hates him in that one scene.
They were going in on him.
I didn't like that scene.
Even that was uncomfortable.
It
There was a
was
lot of uncomfortable moments in this movie.
Well, some of them were like intentionally uncomfortable. This one just felt like on the nose.
I am sure. Oh, hey, are you going to tell them about your game this week? Huh? Living up to your title?
What scored a 93 yard touchdown.
School record, school record, school record.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's Division III.
Like really, his two cousins, or I assume those were his cousins, right? Those two other
Those are
kids.
like yeah,
Yeah,
probably
they
his
had to be.
cousins.
So, and they're both.
I remember it
So
said-
one's a model, one's a football star. Like really,
The good genes right there, man.
it felt pretty forced. Like, and of course the musician kid. Oh, you're just a musician.
Yeah, I feel like they were really trying to hit it home on the idea that what he was pursuing probably wasn't something that a lot of people would look at as a good career to pursue.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell if his dad
don't think his dad liked what
supported
he did.
him. Yeah, because even at the end, the last shot you see of his dad, he's like looking through the door at him, like shocked.
Like, this dude could play, man.
So did he accept him in the end?
It did kind of end abruptly.
Like, and his girlfriend found a new boyfriend. Did they come
Yeah,
to the
man.
concert? Did they see him do that? I thought they were gonna do the most cliched thing and have her like, dump her boyfriend.
I think it's just showing that he probably just threw away an opportunity because he became kind of like psychopathic towards us.
Yeah, he was pretty psychotic. He got hit by a fucking truck. He
Yeah,
tackled
no,
his
it was like
teacher.
it was the performance. It was like a little competition.
Yeah. So, and then that kind of like, cause they brought that up again when that I assume it was like a lawyer who was saying like,
Yeah, that was a lot.
yeah, his other student killed himself.
They were trying to
because-
get Fletcher busted. Yeah.
So he made his student kill himself. Now this other student like I think he did take it too far. Like I don't really see what he's doing as like a positive thing.
Fletcher? Teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I think the big thing in this movie is the philosophy more than anything of how he teaches.
But so are you supposed to take his side in the end, or is it
It's
up to you to decide?
I think the movie's trying to show what it takes to be the best and how the way he
Yeah.
like taught and tried to push people to unlock their ability.
Right, and it
Um,
worked in the end
it worked.
for one of his students. The other one killed himself.
I was gonna say maybe that's kind of what's showing in a way that it can work when it's not meant for all people. Remember I remember when they were talking at the table at the bar, he talked about like when Miles Teller's character Andrew said like, is there a limit of going too far? Would he
Yeah,
discourage the next yada yada? And he
and he
said
said no.
the next yada yada wouldn't get discouraged. So I guess he's not saying like everyone he teaches wouldn't get discouraged, but the next grade wouldn't get discouraged.
Yeah, I see where
I
they're coming
compare it,
from. I just hope
yeah.
their message they were going for. I hope it wasn't. There's no limits
Oh, definitely
to
not. No,
become the
there's no way.
best. Because
I
they're
compare it to, I played basketball, Michael Jordan, because the
yeah,
documentary that came out last year about him, The Last Dance, it kind of talked about he was kind of psychotic. He was so competitive. He wanted to be the best. He wanted to win. He had that kind of drive that like Fletcher was trying to impose, and it came off as he was kind of a dick. He's kind of an asshole.
he
But
was or his teacher was.
MJ was. I guess he was kind of like the
Oh,
enforcer. Kind of my point I'm trying to make. He like enforced others to like in that harsh kind of way that like Fletcher did in the movie to Andrew. It worked for MJ, and I guess that's kind of like what it's trying to show. It can work. I'm not saying that's 100% guaranteed if you act like a fucking dick and really push someone. I mean, the movie showed it. For Andrew, he
yeah.
became amazing. He
I
performed at the end. The other guy committed suicide. Other aspects, I love it. Like the acting was great.
Yeah, the acting. J.K. Simmons is incredible.
He was fantastic.
I've never
I
seen
know
him in
he
anything
won.
before.
I know he won an award for this movie. Played a passionate character, man.
Yeah, and so did Andrew, right?
Yeah, Miles Teller's character, Andrew. He was great too.
Apparently, I missed this, but you caught on to it. Like
Hmm.
a month of time passes in the middle there somewhere.
Oh yeah, as it's like when I said like it's fast paced, that's definitely like the montages kind of it shows like him training and trying to remember. That's definitely time going by. Without
Yeah,
a doubt.
it didn't feel like that amount of time, but I guess it showed him like getting his mail, I assume every week or every day.
Yeah,
So,
like the part where they lost the little folder with the notes on it. Like he memorized
yeah.
it. 'Cause during that time, it was showing that he was really
What happened? So
trying
what
to.
happened to the folder? Did I assumed that J.K. Simmons took it,
Oh yeah, Fletcher took it. He had to.
but they never brought it
They
up
don't even
again.
touch on it. You're right though. They don't.
So I know
It had to
I've
be like a
because he
test.
literally he was standing right next to it. He turns around, it's gone. So is he really creeping around taking the folder? That was kind of odd.
He's setting test up for him. He sees that potential in Andrew.
And that's
So like
at the very
I think he
start.
did take the folder.
Why does he pick Andrew? Why is Andrew special? Like
Um,
he picks him out of the
no,
class for no reason. It seems like because
saw him.
his original teacher thought he didn't play well. I thought.
I don't think he was practicing what they were playing. That might be something going over our head, but
It's possible, yeah. The ending was incredible. That whole
that
concert.
was yeah, that was intense and that was awesome.
He keeps getting kicked down the whole movie. You think he'll finally he'll nail it. You can see he's kind of smug finally. Like he knows that uh Fletcher chooses him, but then he still gets shot down constantly over and over until the very
Yeah,
end.
and that's like his philosophy. He doesn't like he said in the part when they're in the bar. He's like, "Good job is the worst thing you can ever tell anyone." I don't know
Yeah.
if I would 100% agree with that, but
Well,
that's
yeah.
what he's kind of saying. He's never gonna like really give him his due. He's gonna keep giving it to him. I mean, we didn't talk much during the movie because it was pretty
It was intense, and it was also very loud because
tense
a lot of it is playing
music.
Whiplash. A lot of scenes are him practicing his part over and over
Hmm.
and over. the repetition, and it's actually tense. Like they do it pretty well.
Like usually when we did talk, it was during scenes of, like I said, when they're just trying to move the pace, so it shows that time is going by, and he's like
Yeah, where it's
practicing or
finally
whatever.
it quiets down a bit. Yeah.
Because that's what a movie when it was like a scene, and you kind of show time goes by that he's practicing what's happening, and then
And
scene.
then he goes into class, and then he gets roasted, and then he goes home and practices more. The parts where he's on a date, I mean, I guess it had a point in the end. Like, you have to sacrifice everything. I think it was like 4 scenes with her, and all you learn is, like, she doesn't know what she wants in life.
Yeah, I think it was trying to show that like he had something
She's
he
dead
wanted.
weight.
Kind of, I think it kind of showed that he had something he was striving for, but she was kind of at a limbo because a lot of people like that who go to school and they don't really know what they're trying to reach for, go for.
Yeah, so
Again, I
I
don't know.
guess it had a point. I just felt like they set up too much on that relationship and tried to build them up, and then it kind of just disappears completely.
I mean, they did a good job showing
How awkward.
Andrew that he's really fucking awkward.
Yeah, that
Can't
scene
talk
where
to
he asks
anybody,
her out. It's
and why
so,
he's alone.
yeah.
That shit was awkward as hell. Like, I go to school here. What do you study there? I play drums. It's like that shit. They kind of hit that on that. When I was watching, I was like, this is awkward, uncomfortable as fuck. But that's how it usually is going to be. The movie just kind of felt real. Maybe minus the part where he gets hit by a fucking semi.
There's too many moments where it's like, really, like, will that really happen? Where he like drops his one drumstick and he's like trying to reach for it and he's still playing, and the bus had a flat tire on his way to like the big show. It was just ways of implementing. Yeah, it was raising the tension. If anything, this movie nails tension really well. And I love when J.K. Simmons like yells at the kids. It is like the raunchiest, like the most amount of slurs. My favorite line was the
Barker, that is not your boyfriend's dick. Do not come early.
Dude, that was wild.
That was the funniest line I heard in the movie. Or when he said,
and I am not going to have my reputation in that department tarnished by a bunch of fucking limp dick, sour note, flattered on their girlfriend's flexible tempo dipshits. Got it?
what was it? I think it was their second practice where he comes in and just says, "Listen up, cocksuckers." And then he's like, that janitor walks by and he's like, "Go away, mini-me." It's like,
that was before their first fucking competition. He's like talking to the girl. He's like, "Want to play for me when you get older?" It's like, high five. And he walks in and he's like, "All right, cocksuckers."
Yeah, that's so funny, that juxtaposition. He's talking to the little girl. I wish we got to see more of J.K. Simmons, like his softer side. We kind of see it at the end when he's playing piano for that one small-time jazz band. Yeah,
he's really breaking down his philosophy.
Yeah,
how he teaches.
But I just wish like there was a little more rationale behind like him being.
Yeah, you don't really get to see like the inside of him.
Yeah, you don't get to hear like J.K. because I'm sure Fletcher has some family issues or something going on.
Like, yeah, he came off as dick.
He's literally slapping Andrew in the face. And he kicks his drum set around. Yeah,
threw a chair at him. But like when one of his band members, former class members, died, I guess it kind of shows that he cares.
Yeah.
If you're good, at least. I don't know. If you suck, maybe.
I mean, he's the one who pushed him to kill himself.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember it because it said he was talking about his former player who died, and then it talked about the guy who killed himself. That's not the same person.
No, it's the same person. It's Sean Casey. Yeah.
Oh, the same people?
Yeah, that CD that he was listening to, or he got the phone call. He went into his office and he was crying, and then he says the next day he puts on that CD, and he says, "My former student Sean Casey killed himself, and this is his music."
I didn't know they're the same people. That actually kind of changes a lot.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, and then he when he was talking in class that day to his students, he was saying like, Sean Casey was just a kid I picked up from his other class, and he was basically directly talking to Andrew, like comparing him directly to Sean Casey.
Yeah.
So he's kind of saying like, he was my prodigy, and now you're kind of taking his spot. So that's why I was kind of thinking towards the end, this could take a really dark turn. Andrew could give up completely and kill himself.
You were almost there when he fucked him over. he walked out, and holy shit, I think he might have nailed it on the head.
That would have made for
I mean, I was like,
the
there's
saddest
no way.
movie of all time.
That
But that
would've
would have been
fucking wild.
that would have been
I mean-
crazy.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been ballsy, and I would
I mean,
have.
you would appreciate that.
I would have appreciated it. That would have been such a ballsy move.
But you knew they weren't gonna do that.
Oh, come on. Some movies do that.
There's no way. Come on, gotta end on a good note.
Final thoughts, final grades.
Yeah. I mean, we'll explain the grading scale later.
You don't have to explain it now, yeah.
The
Yeah,
way
we
we
have
grade
two different
later.
grading scales.
But that's what makes it fun. Different. But
you'll
yeah.
know if it's a good movie based on our grades, trust me.
I really liked the movie. Thought the acting was great. Thought the pacing was great. I didn't have much to complain about it. I give it an A minus.
An A minus.
I really liked it.
And your scale goes up to S, right? That's like top
Yeah,
tier.
so low as an F, as high as a. I have like I call it a classic.
Alright, I agree. It was amazing. It genuinely made me feel tension in pretty much all the parts where you were meant to feel that. J.K. Simmons is incredible. Doesn't he look like Vin Diesel? But like
Maybe
veinier.
like 20 years older and whiter.
Veinier.
know,
Anyways.
Because he's bald.
He's bald. He has like the same face.
What? What the fuck are you talking about?
In some scenes, he looked just like J.K. Simmons.
He's in shape. I'll give him that. He's in shape. You look at them. There's a picture right there. Go back to the Simmons. He's lifting right there. The second one next to on the top.
This one?
Yeah, this dude's swole.
That's
There we
not
go.
him. That's him?
Yeah, man. Look at him.
In what? What is this for?
I don't know, but he was getting shredded for something. Ain't in shape.
Was this for Commissioner Gordon? Anyways. The only things I didn't like were I kind of found it hard to relate to, just kind of the topic of the movie, and it sort of dragged towards the end. It doesn't really click with me personally. But otherwise, super solid film. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. I'd probably
Damn.
watch it again. Any movie that makes me actually like feel emotion is a damn good movie.
That was us watching Whiplash.
That was Whiplash. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I honestly didn't really. I probably could have gave that movie like an A, to be honest. Because now I think about it, there wasn't really anything I had issues with in this movie.
Yeah, I didn't really like Andrew that much, but I could tell.
I kind of picked up on that. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I really like.
I could tell he was like really trying, but just compared to J.K. Simmons, like when they were arguing, it's like J.K. Simmons was so much better.
Oh yeah,
like-
he was
like-
the character.
Yeah, because you can tell there was that scene where he finally Andrew like stands up for himself, argues back, but it just
Yeah.
wasn't as intense or like
what the
intimidating
fuck
as
are you
J.K.
saying?
Simmons. Yeah, it's like, what did you say to me?
Yeah, I guess he's kind of just a whiny kid.
Yeah.
In a sense. J.K. Simmons is a grown ass man.